you guys have with the backup quarterback situation right now?
Feel really good. Real has done a great job so far into camp, and I don't see that changing. You know, he's getting better every day, getting more comfortable, playing faster. You know, when it comes to the pass game, you know, aspect of getting through reads, getting the ball out of his hand, and he's had a nice start to the camp.
So he's right now the next guy in if something happened to Brock.
For sure.
Where's he made the most progress from his first fall camp last year to this year as a quarterback?
Well, I think he's got a much better understanding of what's going on, and we're running, you know, a lot of the same type of things, you know, as a year ago, but there's some new wrinkles. He's just got a better feel, you know, and that turns into confidence for him. He has a much better understanding of what everybody's doing, not just a couple guys, and that confidence goes a long way. So he's playing confidently, and he's done a nice job right now.
With a mobile guy like him, has there had to be a? I mean, I know your quarterbacks can obviously run like we saw Brock last year, but do you sometimes have to, over this course of time, make sure he sits in the pocket, or is that a balance for him of making sure when to sit there and when to take off?
Sure. I think, you know, you could say that for all our guys, but he's working hard at it. And he knows he wants to be a guy that can sit in there and make the throws down the field and you know, play that position the right way instead of running for no reason. So he's grown up, you know, so far in this camp, and we're expecting him to keep improving.
How much can you still utilize him in a non-quarterback role too, kind of like what he did now?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of opportunities, you know, with a guy like him that can really run, really throw. He's got a great understanding of how to get lined up if he was doing anything else, you know, out on the perimeter, and you know, that's definitely something that we'll try to keep always, you know, within striking distance, you know, because he brings the ability, you know, of the big play.
What's his relationship with Brock like, and how can they help each other either on the field or in the film room?
They got a good relationship, you know. It's they've been around each other now, you know, going on, you know, the second year, and they're both maturing every day, and I think that's the number one thing that they have to do is understand, like, this isn't about Brock, this isn't about Real, this is our football team, and right now, you know, we're the first two quarterbacks, and we got to make sure that we do things, you know, the right way, and they're handling each other very well, you know, right now. We got a good relationship.
How's Brock's camp been so far?
Good. He's more comfortable, same as Real. Seeing things faster, has a much better grasp, you know, than he did a year ago at this time, and he's really motivated to be a good player. So it's fun to be around those guys.
How's the quest going, if in fact that's the right word, to find a go-to receiver?
It's good. There's really good competition at every position, and you know, we've got guys. Deshaunte Jones has been out here going on 4 years, and he's being a true leader, you know, of that group right now, stepping up to the forefront, making plays when it's time to make plays, and being a great, you know, mentor to the young guys that haven't had a chance to have a bunch of experience. So it's really competitive, you know, at every position, and that's been a lot of fun.
What about that jump ball fade in the end zone that Allen caught so well, that Hakeem caught so well? How's that play going?
Yeah, it's day to day. You know, we're trying to find out, you know, who in that group can do it, who in the tight end group can do it, you know, who in the running back, you know, group. I don't know if there's a fade guy in the running back group, but we're trying to figure out who can, what they can bring, you know, at every position. And that's been really fun to be able to, you know, tweak a couple, you know, concepts here and there. And we're going to find out, you know, the strengths, you know, of that group. But there's going to be some guys in there that I think, you know, down the road that we'll be able to have some of that in the arsenal.
How important is it for you guys to have depth in that quarterback room?
You guys know as well as me. I mean, it's you're only as good as the next guy in line, and you never know when that's going to happen. And the last 3 years, the history of the quarterback position here would prove that, you know, we got to have guys ready to go. And they're competing, they're working, they're doing what we're asking. We're challenging them. Our defense is challenging them every single day. So pleased at this point, you know, in camp with, you know, their commitment to taking it one day at a time and really working at it.
That improved comfort level that you mentioned with Brock, does that come from the success he had last year or the stuff that he's done over the offseason? Or
I think it's all there. You know, there are some plays that, sure, you know, we run this morning that he ran against so-and-so last year in a game, and he knows it. You know, he knows how to read it, and he's comfortable with it. But being a year older and with his work ethic, it's only a matter of time before things begin to get easier. And he's worked really hard at trying to improve in all aspects of it, so it's paying off for him right now.
Brock said the biggest thing he took away from last season, looking back, is knowing when to try to get out of bounds, when not to run, because he can't take on a safety like he could in Arizona. How much of that is you guys sit down and film, say maybe here you should have done this, and how much does it just have to happen in practice?
Yeah, you know, that's what we study, you know, the situations that come up, you know, at any point in practice, like, hey, if this is a game and we try to treat all of our reps in practice like it would be a game, this is an opportunity, hey, maybe we need to get down here, this is an opportunity to do this, you know, do that, but the live reps that we get in practice, those things are huge for situations like that, because he can now, you know, put himself, you know, in a game situation and be able to react properly.
can that pump fake be as effective in year 2, or will teams be sitting on it?
Well, you know, sure, pump fakes, it's a great tool to have. You know, I'm sure it's probably not going to be a surprise to anyone. I don't think it was a surprise to anybody at the end of the year, but you know, you get out in the open field, you know, any quarterback, it's an opportunity to keep a guy, you know, on his toes, you know, maybe slow him down a little bit, but I'm sure we'll see some more pump fakes.
How's John looked so far in camp, and what's been the dynamic so far as you kind of get through these practices?
He's taken a bunch of reps, and you know, for John, this is completely new for him. You know, he's never been through a camp here, so our process of running a training camp here in Ames is probably similar in some ways to what he's experienced before, but it's probably a lot different in some ways too. And he's working at it. You know, he's trying to make up, you know, for time that he wasn't in this offense, terminology-wise, and really, trying to build a great foundation to build on right now.